Emanadumati samsara bitare podiachinuami. Emanadumati samsara bitare podiachinuami. Tavani Jajan Kono Mahajane Tavani Jajan Kono Mahajane Tavani Jajan Kono Mahajane Tavani Najan Kono Mahajane Pataya dile to me Pataya dile to me Emanadamati samsara bitare pariyachinuami. Damati samsara bitare pariyachinuami. Daya kori more pachita dekhiya koilo amara giya. Daya kori more pachita dekhiya koilo amara giya. Ohedina jan sunabalokota. Ohedina jan sunabalokota. Ohedina jan sunabalokato. Ohedina jan sunabalokato. Ulasita beia. Ulasita be. Emanadamati samsara bitare podiyachinuami. Damati samsara bitare podiyachinu. Tomara tarite Sri Krishna Chaitanya Navadipe Avatara. Tomara tarite Sri Krishna Chaitanya Navadipe Avatara. Tomae no kato dinai na jane. 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 Korile na bava para. Bhava para Prabhu he Emana dharmaji samsara bichare padiyachi nuami. Emana dharmaji samsara bichare padiyachi nuami. Vadera Prachijan Rakabare Tare Rukmavarna Viprasruta. Ramayana Prachijan Rakibare Tare Rukmavarna Viprasruta. Mahaprabhu Name Nadiya Mataya. Mahaprabhu Name Nadiya Mataya. Mahaprabhu Name Nadiya Mataya. Mahaprabhu Name Nadiya Mataya. Sange Baya Vaduta. Sange Baya Prabhu he emana dharmaji samsara bitare podiyachi nuami. Emana dharmaji samsara bitare podiyachi nuami. Nanda Sutajini Chaitanya Gosai Nijaname Koridana. Nijaname Korina Chorilo jagat, tumiyo jaya. Jagat, tumiyo jaya. Charilo jagat, tumiyo jaya. Charilo jagat, tumiyo jaya. Laho nija paritrana, nija paritrana. Prabhu he emana dharmaji samsara bitare podiya chinuami emana dharmaji samsara bitare sekata sonia Asiya chinata tamara charane tale tomata tunia Asiya chinata tamara charane tale Bakati vinoda kadia kadia Bakati vinoda kadia kadia Bakati vinoda kadia kadia Bakati vinoda kadia kadia Apana kaini bole Apana kaini bole Prabhu he mana dharmati samsara bichare Podiya chimami he mana dharmati samsara bichare Jaya Sachinandan Jaya Gaura Hari Sachinandan Jaya Gaura Hari Jaya Sachinandan Jaya Gaura Hari Sachinandan Jaya Gaura Hari Nitai He Gaura He Nitai He Gaura He Nitai He Gaura He Nitai He Gaura He Haribo. Okay, then you got so we need to do Krishna first. Jai Govinda.
Oh man, are my glasses in there, Sarda? I know. That's a good spot. All right, let's do 186. Shri Krishna Kirtana Yadi, based on the third verse of Shri Shastakam. In Shri Chaitanya Gaudiya Math, they sing during Kartik, they sing each Shastakam song the time of the day of the Astakaliya Leela. It's really amazing. So huh? Huh? I was going to lead, but we could do it all together. Okay, I'll lead. Oh my God. Yadi Manasa, thanks. Shri Krishna Kirtana Yadi Manasa Tohara. Paramayatane tahi labadikara. Chinadika hina dina akinchana chara. Apane manavi sada chadiya hankara. Viksha samakshama guna karabi sadana. Pratihim satyaji anye karavi palana. Jivana nirvahe ane udvegana jive. Para upakare nija sukha pasarive. Oileo sarva gune guni mahashaya. Pratishasha chari koro amani hirdoya. Krishna adistana sarva jive jani sada. Karabi samana sabe adhare sarvada. Danya joya anye mana pratisha varjana. Pratisha varjana chari guni guni hoi karaho kirtana. Karaho kirtana Bhakati vinoda kari bole Prabhupaya. Bhakti vinoda kari paya. Heno adikara kabe tibe amaya. Heno adikara kabe tibe amaya. Shri Krishna Kirtane Yadi Manasa Tohara. Krishna Kirtana Yadi Manasa Tohara. Paramajatane Tahi Lavadikara. Jaya Hari Nama, Jaya Hari Nama, Hari Nama, Jaya Hari Nama, Hari Nama, Hari Nama, Hari Nama, Jaya Hari Nama. Thakur Bhakti Vinod, Thakur Bhakti Vinod, Bhakti Vinod, Thakur Bhakti Vinod. Thakur Bhakti Vinod. If you wish to engage your mind in the performance of Shri Krishna Kirtan, then you must very carefully earn the required spiritual qualification. Relinquishing your false pride, always consider yourself more lowly and insignificant than a blade of grass, destitute and worthless. Cultivate forbearance like that of a tree. Forsaking retaliation, nurture and support others. In the course of leading your life, do not give anxiety to anyone else. For the benefit of others, forget your own comforts. Even if you are a great soul endowed with all good qualities, relinquish the desire for honor and make your heart humble. Knowing Shri Krishna to be situated within all living beings, always respect and show affection to all. Endowed with the four qualities of humility, compassion, respect, and modesty, perform kirtan of the Lord. Bhaktivinoda, weeping at the feet of the Lord, asks, "Oh, when will you give me such qualification?" P.S. Please make your prayer our prayer. Right, Sharda, looks like you're doing Radhakunda Tata. Smoky, are you available? No? Is that a no? Okay.
Yep, on you, Sharda.
Okay, how about Radhakrishna? How about Radhakrishna Pranamore? Radhakrishna Pranamore? Okay. Okay, otherwise I'll do Dekite Dekite.
Well, you wanted to do that.
I did. 114, I think. Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
I could freestyle it too, dude. I just can't freestyle and sing everything. It's too much.
Dekite Dekite Bulibo Vakabe Nichastula Parichaya Nayane Heribo Brajapura Shobha Nichachirananda Moya. Parichaya Heribo Brajapura Shobha Nitya Chirananda Moya Nitya Chirananda Moya Nitya Stula Parichaya. Vishabhanupure Janamaloibo Yavate Vivahave Rajagopi Baba Oibe Swabhava Anubhava Narahibe. Anubhava Narahibe, Anubhava Narahibe, Yavate Vivahave. Nija Sira Teha, Nija Sira Nama, Nija Rupa Swavasana, Radha Kripa Bale, Labibo Vakave, Krishna Prema Prakarana. Krishna Prema Prakarana, Krishna Prema Prakarana Nija Rupa Swavasana Jamuna Salilo Aharane Giya Fujibo Yugala Rasa Prema Mukta Hoye Pagalini Praya Gaibo Radha Raja Shea Gaibo Radha Raja Shea Gaibo Radha Raja Shea Fujibo Yugala Rasa Tekite, Bulibo Vakabe, Nijastula Parichaya, Nayane Heribo, Brajapura Shobha, Nichachirananda Moya. Chirananda Moya, Nitya Chirananda Moya, Nijastula Parichaya. Nijastula Parichaya. Jaya Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Shri Radhe. When before my very sight will my bodily self-conception disappear, then with my own eyes I shall behold the exquisite beauty of Braj, full of eternal spiritual cognizance and bliss. At that time I shall take birth in the village of Rishabhanu Maharaj, and my marriage will occur in Yavat. My sole disposition and character will be that of a Braj Gopi. Any other mood will not remain. When shall I obtain by the power of Radha's mercy my perfected spiritual body, my perfected spiritual name, and my own form and dress? True initiation into the realm of Krishna Prem. When I go to draw water from the Jamuna, I shall understand the confidential mellows of the divine couple's loving affairs. Being overwhelmed with Prem, I shall sing Shri Radha's glories just like a madwoman. Jai. How much?
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Haribo, 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 Nitagor, Haribo, Nitagor, Haribo, 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 Nitagor, Haribo. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Guru Dev, Guru Dev, Guru Dev, Jaya Jaya Guru Dev. Nitai Gaura Haribo, 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 Nitai Gaura Haribo, Nitai Gaura Haribo. Perfect. Go Permanente Haribo. You should have just sprayed the lemon, bro. The lemon would have been nice. Can you hear the it's like a so it's like a quick and then you like that. But I'm like, yo, I'm holding it down. I was holding it down in Bajans, bro, on the donkey. Hey, I was hitting my little. Where'd that come from? I don't know where that came from either. It's like, what? This is manifested. Plus, this Merdunga is sounding like crispy today. I like this sound. Oh, yeah. It's like you got a really nice. And so, like, when I hit that. I can't say the mantras at the same time. I think that's where I think that's why I can't sing at the same time. Is this live stream on?
Yeah.
They're
I think so.
Yeah, it should be.
just hearing us
Chit chat.
just chit chat. I don't know if we're having class, but this is SVA mingling,
Yeah.
the mingling hour. We're just kind of mingling on the mic.
What's happening? Oh, maybe we're gonna be reading. I think we did it right now. We're gonna do the roulette. Do the Goswami.
that will be a big boost for his bhakti. Are we online? Sorry. Agyanam timirandasya Jnananjana salakaya Chaksurunmilitam yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah Gurave Gaurachandraya Radhikaya Twadalai Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadabhaktaya Namo Namah Yang Pravrajantam Manupetam Apeta Krityam Dvaipayano Virahaka Taruajuhava Putreti Tanmayataya Taravo Vanedus Tang Sarvabhutaridayam Muni Manatosmi Bhaktya Vinay Aparadalakshay Chiptasya Kamadi Tarangamadye Kripamayi Tvang Sharanam Prapadyam Brinde Namaste Charanarvindam Tavai Vasmi Najivamitam Vina Iti Vigyaya Radhe Tam Nayamam Charanantike. First, I offer my unlimited obeisances in the dust of the lotus feet of my most worshipful Diksha Gurudev, Nityalila Pravishta Om Vishnupad, Astodra Sat Shishiman, Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, and the same unlimited obeisances in the dust of the lotus feet of my most worshipful Shiksha Gurudev, Nityalila Pravishta Om Vishnupad, Astodra Sat Shishiman, Srila Bhakti Vedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj, and Srila Bhakti Vigyan Bharati Goswami Maharaj, to our grandfather spiritual masters, Shri Srimad Bhakti Pragyan Keshava Goswami Maharaj, and Shri Srimad Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada, to all of his divine associates and all of our Gaudiya Guru Varga, and all the assembled devotees, and the assembled devotees, Diksha Gurus who are my Shiksha Gurus, Shri Srimad Bhakti Vedanta, Madhav Maharaj, Shri Srimad Bhakti Vedanta, Bhan Maharaj and Shri Srimad Bhakti Vedanta, Siddhanti Maharaj. I don't mean to say anything, but it's kind of distracting if you're taking prasadam right in front of me. I'm looking at the banana and the... Thanks. Okay. So, today is the third and final day of the observance of Sri Jiva Goswami's disappearance day. And today we are studying, by the mercy of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, we're studying, see, this is why Bhaktivinoda Thakur is the best connection with Srila Jiva Goswami, because he sees him, he realizes him. He's also Kamala Manjari. They play together with Krishna. So we're studying Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur's Navadvip Dham Mahatmya, by the mercy of our Srila Gurudev. All glories to Sri Sachinandan, the moon of Navadvip. All glories to Nityananda Prabhu, the Avadut. All glories to the essence of all holy abodes, Sri Navadvip Dham, the essence of all holy abodes, where Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has descended. O brother, the result one obtains by residing in any of the other holy places for many days will be received by residing for only one day in Sri Navadvip. Listen, O saintly persons, as I sing the description found in the scriptures. Who's speaking here? Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur in his trance. Listen, O saintly persons, as I sing the description found in the scriptures of the parikrama of this Navadvip Dham. Of course, now we're finding it in his trance. The message of the Holy Scriptures, the words of the Vaishnavas, and the order of Sriman Mahaprabhu. These three are the treasure of my life. What are the treasures of your life, Vasanti? The message of the Holy Scriptures, the words of the Vaishnavas, and the order of Sriman Mahaprabhu. What are they? No, they are the treasures of your life. Taking shelter of these three, I will describe the procedure of Navadvip Parikrama. All of you, please listen. When Sri Jiva Goswami gave up his home, he called out, Nadia, Nadia, that means Navadvip, with an anxious heart. That's the key to success. For the entire journey from his place of residence, Chandradvip, Sri Navadvip Dham, streams of tears flowed from his eyes. Like we're seeing from yesterday and today, his two sides, his philosophical side and his rasic side of rapture. While crying, he called out with a loud voice, O life of all living entities, O Sri Gauranga, O Nityananda Prabhu, when will you bestow your mercy upon me and give me your darshan? Alas, alas, O Sri Navadvip Dham, the essence of all holy places, when will I receive your darshan? Repeatedly crying out like this, he continued on his way. Even though he's on his way there, physically, geographically, he knows that that's not the way to get the darshan. Darshan means by heart. So he's knowing that without his heart, just going to the place, he's not going to get the darshan. Gurudev once said to some of my godbrothers, have you had darshan of the deities of Vrindavan? They said, yes. And he said, I have not. The sight of Jiva Goswami, his early youth, his beautiful figure, and his exalted renunciation was unprecedented. After many days of walking, he reached Sri Navadvip Dham. His heart was always overwhelmed with feelings of prema. Seeing Sri Navadvip Dham from a distance, he offered his obeisances and fell unconscious. After some time, he calmed down, with the hairs of his body standing on end. He entered Sri Navadvip Dham. Upon arriving at Balakona Ghat, he inquired from everyone, "Where is Nityananda Prabhu? Please show me." Seeing Jiva Goswami immersed in deep ecstasy, a virtuous man took him to where Nityananda Prabhu was staying. Nityananda Prabhu knew in his heart that Jiva was coming. To see him right then, extremely blissful, he laughed loudly. Sri Nityananda Prabhu ordered his servants to search for Sri Jiva and bring him near to him. Many Vaishnavas went here and there, searching and calling out for Sri Jiva. When they saw his body decorated with divine, ecstatic symptoms, they could understand that this was, without a doubt, Jiva Goswami. Someone came forward and with great prem told him about Nityananda Prabhu's order. When are we going to ever get such an order? Upon hearing the name of Sri Nityananda Prabhu, Jiva became unconscious. Again, he keeps doing that, and fell to the ground. After some time, he got up and said, "I am most fortunate. Even such a wretched person," and they actually think like that, "even such a wretched person as me has received the mercy of Sri Nityananda Prabhu." With a joyful heart, he offered his prostrated obeisances to all those Vaishnavas and prayed, "If all of you bestow your mercy upon a person like me, then I can also attain the lotus feet of Sri Nityananda Prabhu." All the Shastras proclaim this. Seeing his great fortune, some of the Vaishnavas took the dust of his feet and observed a festival right on the spot. In other words, with delighted hearts, they smeared, this is the festival, they smeared the dust over all their bodies. They all took him to Sri Nityananda Prabhu. You know my mood. Took him to Sri Nityananda Prabhu, who, in semi-internal consciousness, was from time to time singing the pastimes of Sri Krishna in the midst of many Vaishnavas. Upon seeing the transcendental form of Sri Nityananda Prabhu, extraordinary transcendental emotions arose on the body of Jiva Goswami. Nityananda Prabhu Balaram, Jiva Goswami, Vilas Manjari. Ah, what an unprecedented beauty I behold today. Exclaiming like this, Sri Jiva again fell to the ground unconscious. Nityananda Prabhu, who was extremely compassionate, lifted him up and accepted him as his own associate. Jiva Goswami, overcome with emotion, stood up with folded palms and began to speak to Nityananda Prabhu. "O Lord, you are the form of the universe, the abode of the universe, and directly Sri Balaram. What do I know? And who's Balaram? Besides being in all the rasas, pleasing Krishna as a coward friend, as a elder, as the land, as everything that the land offers, as a Nangamanjari, in all the rasas, and the source of innumerable universes and incarnations, transcendental abodes. What do I know of your noble virtues? You are my eternal master, and I am your eternal servant. My only longing is to attain shelter at your lotus feet. One who receives your mercy can easily attain Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's lotus feet and become immersed in the nectar of prem. Even if someone worships Sri Gauranga in his heart for hundreds of births, without your mercy, he will not be able to attain him. Stand up. If Sri Gaurahari's wishes to punish someone, you can protect him. But if you punish someone, Mahaprabhu will never protect that person. Who's the example? Jagai and Madhai. Therefore, O Lord, on the strength of my pious credits, I receive shelter at your lotus feet. Please give me your mercy and approval that I may obtain Gauranga Mahaprabhu's darshan and develop attachment for him. In my childhood, Mahaprabhu visited the village of Ramkeli and gave my 2 uncles shelter at his lotus feet. Since that time, when my tear-filled eyes first beheld the form of Sri Gaura, the same form has appeared constantly within my heart. Do we have to go now, Vasanti? 10:43. Another 5 minutes. I fell at Sri Gauranga's lotus feet and offered my obeisances. Touching his divine body, I became filled with great happiness. At that time, Gauranga Mahaprabhu told me, O Jiva, now study the holy scriptures. When you have finished, go to Sri Navadvip, it's all foretold, where you'll receive everything from the lotus feet of Nityananda Prabhu. So that's why he's there. Being destitute, I took his order to heart and learned as much as I could. In Chandradweep, I studied literature and other subjects, but I could not find any Vedanta acharya, someone who could teach me the Vedas. To my liking. I mean, there were teachers, but not that great ones. Mahaprabhu instructed me to study Vedanta and to reveal Krishna Bhakti in accordance with Vedanta. Now I have come to Navadvip and surrendered unto your lotus feet. I will carry out whatever order you give me. If you give me permission, I will go to Sri Chaitra Mandal, that means Jagannath Puri. There I may take darshan of the Lord's lotus feet and study Vedanta at the residence of Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. Who's Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya?
He was the greatest Mayavadi scholar who was converted by
He was the greatest Mayavadi scholar, and he became a great devotee of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu after being defeated by him. That is, when Mahaprabhu first took sannyas at around 24 years old and came to Puri, Sarvabhauma thought, unless he understands Vedanta, he won't be a good sannyasi. So he proceeded to teach him for 7 days at his residence the Mayavadi version of Vedanta. That is, I am God, you are God. God is impersonal. And in his other form, he is the priest of the demigods, Brihaspati. So Brihaspati came as Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya and taught false philosophy. But after the 7 days, he said to Mahaprabhu, I keep speaking and you don't say a word back. So aren't you understanding or what? So Mahaprabhu said, I'm understanding you when you quote the verses from Vedanta directly, but when you start explaining it, then your explanations are just like a cloud over the sun. When I hear the Vedanta directly, it's just like the sun. After hearing the sweet words of Jiva, Sri Nityananda Prabhu took him on his lap, and unable to check himself, he began to weep. Can you imagine that scene? Nityananda Prabhu said, O Jiva, here are my confidential words. Rupa and Sanatan know all the established philosophical truths. Mahaprabhu has ordered me to tell you. Nobody says the wrong thing, because everybody's repeating what they were told to. It's not that they don't have a mind of their own or feel controlled. No, I don't want to say that. Everything is flowing. Sriman Mahaprabhu has ordered me to tell you to neither go to Chaitramandal, Puri, nor to stay here. Everyone knows that you and the 2 brothers, Rupa Sanatan, are Mahaprabhu's one-pointed servants. My order for you is this. Go to Varanasi and study Vedanta under Sri Madhusudan Vachaspati. Madhusudan Vachaspati was Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya's disciple, and he was there during the conversation of Sarvabhauma and Mahaprabhu, so he heard all the good, convincing arguments of Mahaprabhu. So he had already studied all the misunderstandings, the Sankara Bhasya, Ramanuja's Sri Bhasya. That's not wrong though. It's Vaishnava, but it's a little different from Gaudiya. Under Sarvabhauma, in particular, he studied the commentary of Vedanta Sutra that Sri Sarvabhauma heard from Mahaprabhu. So, to my understanding, he reincarnated as Baladev Vijayabhusan, Prabhu Gaudiya Vedantacharya. So, Nitai Prabhu, can you take a pillow and sit here and continue reading? Are you shocked? Okay. Where is he? Okay, so This is Nityananda speaking to Jiva. And here is this.
Hare Krishna. Okay. From there, go straight to Vrindavan, where you will receive the mercy of Sri Rup and Sri Sanatan. Under the guidance of Sri Rup, worship the divine couple Sri Radhakrishna and deliberate upon the Vedant and other sastras. You should preach that the spotless Mahapurana, Srimad Bhagavatam, composed by Krishna Dvyapayana Sri Vedavyas, the author of Vedanta Sutra, is the essence of all holy scriptures and the genuine commentary on Vedanta Sutra. You know already that while bestowing his mercy upon Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, Sri Godahari explained Sri Brahma Sutra according to Srimad Bhagavatam. Sarvabhauma carefully taught this knowledge to Sri Madhusudana Vachaspati in Sri Jagannath Puri. On the order of the Lord, this same Madhusudana Vachaspati now lives in Varsani. You should go there and meet him. Now we're on Sri Madhusudana Vachaspati's identity. Eternally, Madhusudana Vachaspati is a traditional Vedantist who teaches sannyasis of the Sankar Sampradaya. However, at the appropriate time, when they have developed faith, he gives mercy to them by conveying the meaning of the sastras in accordance with Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu's explanations. Now, there is no need to write a separate commentary on the Vedanta Sutra because all the sutras are truly explained in Srimad Bhagavatam. When there will be a need for a commentary, Sri Govinda Bhasya will manifest itself. Because Gopinath Acharya is related to Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, he also heard the commentary of Sri Mahaprabhu's mouth when Mahaprabhu explained it to Sarvabhauma. Sri Baladev Vidyabhushan Prabhu is Sri Gopinath Acharya. At the appropriate time, by the desire of the Lord, he, Gopinath Acharya, he being, will take birth as Baladev, who is also Vidyabhushan, and will conquer Jaipur. He will go there, reveal the commentary between Sri Govinda Bhasya, and liberate the jivas by manifesting service to Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu's lotus feet. The two brothers of Sri Rupa and Sri Sanatan will tell you all of these confidential topics in detail. And hearing these words of Sri Nityananda Prabhu, Sri Jiva Goswami started weeping and rolled on the ground. He then fell unconscious. Again, as Shamrani says. Sri Nityananda Prabhu bestowed his mercy on Sri Jiva Goswami by putting his two lotus feet on his head and thus infusing him with spiritual strength. Putting your lotus feet on somebody's head is a very, very high example of just what obeisances and offering them in the Vedic tradition. Sri Jiva Goswami began to dance in the assembly of the Vaishnavas, chanting, "All glories to Sri Gauranga, all glories to Nityananda Rai." Seeing Sri Nityananda Prabhu's mercy upon Jiva Goswami, Srivas and all other great devotees present there began to dance and chant the names of Sri Gauranga Nityananda, making the place auspicious and loud with their chanting. Gauranga. After some time, Sri Nityananda Prabhu stopped dancing, took Jiva with him, and sat down. It was arranged for Jiva Goswami to stay in Srivas Ananga after staying with Srivas Ananga for some time. Sri Jiva Goswami again came to see Sri Nityananda Prabhu in the evening. Sri Nityananda Prabhu was sitting in solitude, singing the glories of Sri Gaurahari. Sri Jiva offered his obeisances at the Lord's feet. Sri Jiva's inquiry concerning the tattva about Sri Navadvip Dham. With care, Sri Nityananda Prabhu seated Jiva next to him. Sri Jiva Goswami folded his hands and humbly said, O Lord, please be merciful and describe in detail the true nature of Navadvip Dham. Sri Nityananda Prabhu said, O Jiva, I will certainly tell you about this highly confidential topic, but you must keep it in your heart. For now, do not reveal this tattva here and there. At the close of the Lord's manifest pastimes, it will reveal itself naturally. Lord Nityananda Prabhu's description of Sri Navadvip Dham's real nature. This Navadvip is the essence of all holy abodes. After crossing the river of Sri Vairaj, Brahm Dham, and so on, one comes to Vaikuntha. Beyond Vaikuntha is Svetadip, Sri Golok. Above Sri Golok is Krishnalok, Goloka and Vrindavan. This abode, Sri Krishna Lok, manifests in two transcendental moods, bhavs, that nourishes ras, sweetness, madhurya, and munificence, adurya, ardya. Help me out, Hardas. Oh, Daria. See, he knows, bro. Was it? Oh, Daria. Although Aldarya exists in full within Madhurya, and Madhurya exists in full with Aldarya, that section of Sri Krishna Lok in which Madhurya predominates is known by fortunate persons as Vrindavan. And the section of Sri Krishna Lok in which Audurya predominates is called Sri Navadvip Dham in all the Vedas. There is no difference between Vrindavan and Navadvip. They are distinguished only by ras. This Dham is eternally perfect, transcendental, and unlimited. A person with material intelligence cannot even fathom the extent of it. Influenced by Ladini Shakti, the living entities give up their material occupational duties, dharma, and attain their real dharma on the strength of eternally perfected knowledge. Navadvip in its entirety is a transcendental manifestation. Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu performs his pastimes in this very Dham. With material eyes, people perceive this place to be like any other. This is because the illusionary energy covers their eyes and hides the real, eternal abode of the Lord. Sri Nityananda Prabhu continues. In Sri Navadvip, there is no mundane place or time that is influenced by Maya, and the jivas here are not entangled in material illusion. However, being bound in this by his fruitive activities, and the living entity becomes controlled by illusion, Maya, and sees Sri Navadvip Dham as a material place. When, by good fortune, through the association of saintly persons, Prem appears in a living entity, he will see Sri Navadvip Dham as the manifest transcendental Vaikuntha Lok. Then, he will always see with his own eyes all the transcendental components of the Dham, such as the land and time. Lord Nityananda continues, I have described the real truth of Navadvip Dham in your presence. O Jiva, being situated in pure goodness, Shuddha Sattva, please deliberate on this tattva. Bhakti Vinod, desiring to attain the lotus feet of Sri Nityananda Prabhu and Sri Janava Devi, is revealing this confidential truth. Thus ends chapter 4 of Sri Navadvip Dham Mahatmaya. It is 11 o'clock. Do we stop here or do we have 30 more minutes? Okay. Chapter 5. Let's see. There we go. Description of Sri Dham Mayapur. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu eternally performs various kinds of pastimes in the spherical form of Mayapur Yoga Peeth. The diameter of Mayapur Yoga Peeth is 1,000 dhanushas, 2,000 meters, and the circumference of 3,000 dhanushas, 6,000 meters. Even though there are several places situated within Sri Dham Navadvip, this Yoga Peeth is the most glorious of them, all because the Panchatattva, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Nityananda Prabhu, Sri Advaita Acharya, Sri Gadadhar, and Sri Vas, are splendidly situated there. Very soon, by the desire of Mahaprabhu, this place by itself will become hidden by the water of Bhagirati, the Ganga, the Ganga. When some time later, Mahaprabhu's desire to manifest the Dham again becomes strong, this radiant Dham will be revealed. The eternal Dham can never be lost by time. Rather, sometimes it remains in a hidden form and sometimes it is manifest. My Lord is eternally residing in Mayapur, which is situated on the eastern bank of the Ganga. Although from a mundane point of view, Vishrambar, Mahaprabhu, takes sannyas and leaves Navadvip to wander through many different places, nevertheless, my Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu never leaves the village of Mayapur in Navadvip Dham to go elsewhere. Sri Nityananda Prabhu's blessings to Sri Jiva Goswami. The devotees still behold Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's daily pastime, Ashtakaliya Leela, O Jiva. In time to come, you will also behold Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu's dancing. Surrounding Mayapur in all the directions is the radiant Antardeep, where Brahma obtained Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu's darshan. Not that one, this one. O Jiva, if you want to see all these places, then perform parikrama. In that way, all your desires, in other words, the desires to behold all the pastime places of Sri Navadvip Dham, will be fulfilled. Hearing Sri Nityananda Prabhu's words, Sri Jiva, with tear-filled eyes, offered his prostrated obeisances at the Lord's lotus feet and said, O Lord, please bestow mercy upon this insignificant soul, and personally take me on parikrama. Hearing Sri Jiva's prayers, Sri Nityananda Prabhu answered, so be it, and revealed his mind. The first day, darshan of Mayapur. Sri Nityananda Prabhu said, O Jiva, today you will take darshan of Mayapur, and tomorrow I will take you to many other places. Saying this, Sri Nityananda Prabhu stood up, and the joyful Sri Jiva Goswami followed him. Sri Nityananda Prabhu, intoxicated with Gaura Ras, said, Sriman, overwhelmed in devotional ecstasy, walked slowly, and his divine body was intoxicated with prem for Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu. The Lord's enchanting form was swaying with transcendental emotions, and the ornaments that adorned his entire body were coruscating radiantly. I think that means just wandering about radiantly. Even in their meditation, Brahma, Shiva, and others cannot obtain those lotus feet, which are now walking ahead of Sri Jiva Goswami, bestowing mercy upon him. Following behind Nityananda Prabhu, Sri Jiva smeared the dust of the Lord's lotus feet all over his body and walked in delight. Yogapeet. They entered Sri Jagannath Mishra's house, and Sri Nityananda Prabhu made a submission at Sri Sachimata's lotus feet. That's better. Okay. They entered Sri Jagannath Mishra's house, and Sri Nityananda Prabhu made a submission at Sri Sachimata's lotus feet. O Mother, this supremely intelligent Jiva, who is a dear servant of Sri Gauranga, is very fortunate. Upon hearing these words, Sri Nityananda Prabhu, Sri Jiva fainted, falling to the ground like a tree uprooted by a great storm. Sri Jiva fell at Sri Sachimata's feet and rolled on the ground. Various ecstatic symptoms manifested in his body in competition with one another. Mother Sachi mercifully blessed Sri Jiva. That day they all took prasad in that very house. Sri Vishnupriya Devi prepared the rice, vegetables, and many other kinds of dishes on the order of Mother Sachi. After some time, Sri Vamsivadana. Whoa, wait. Haridas? Vamsivadana. Prabhu? So it's Vamshiva Danandana. Yeah, Vamshiva Danandana. Vamshiva Danandana. Prabhu. Okay, well, you all get me. Offered the preparations with great attention to Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu. Ishan Thakur arranged a sitting place and, with an extremely joyful heart, served prasad to Sri Nityananda Prabhu. Filled with motherly affection, Sri Sachi Devi told Sri Nityananda Prabhu, "Finally, my son, you are at your mother's house. Now eat with great joy. I have secretly offered this prasad to Gaurachandra, so if you also affectionately accept it, I will become most happy at heart." Hearing these words of Mother Sachi, Sri Nityananda Prabhu blissfully accepted the prasad, and Sri Jiva Goswami received his remnants. Sri Jiva Goswami said, I am blessed, having taken prasad today at Mahaprabhu's house in Mayapur." After eating, Sri Nityananda Prabhu paid his obeisances at Mother Sachi's feet and begged her permission to leave. As Sri Nityananda Prabhu was leaving, he took Vamsivadanandana with him. Sri Jiva offered obeisances at the feet of Sri Vamsivadanandana. Sri Vamsivadanandana. Uh-huh. So it's Vamsivad Anandana. Vamsivad Anandana. Yes. Sri Nityananda Prabhu said, Jiva, all devotees know this Vamsinandanandana to be an incarnation of Sri Krishna's dear flute. There you go. By his mercy, the jivas become attracted to Sri Krishna and become eager to enter Maharas. Look, Jiva, in this house, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu performed many pastimes with all of us. Look here, this is Jagannath Mishra's temple. Daily, in a steadfast manner, he would sit here to offer worship to Lord Vishnu. Just see this house where he used to serve guests. Also take a darshan of this place where he worshipped Tulsi. As long as Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu, the maintainer of all devotees, remained at home, he used to follow the behavior shown by his father. Now, Ishan Thakur performs all these duties under the guidance of Sri Vamsivanandana Prabhu. At this place, there was a great neem tree, which disappeared by Mahaprabhu's touch. When Sri Nityananda Prabhu described these places, he was crying in the same way. Sri Jiva and Sri Vamsivadanandana were also crying. Meanwhile, however, Srivas Pandit arrived there, and together the four of them left Jagannath Mishra's house, and walked towards Srivas Ananga. Srivas Ananga is situated 100 danu, 200 meters, north of the Yogapeeth. Sri Nityananda Prabhu blissfully showed Srivas Ananga to Sri Jiva. Sri Jiva began to roll in the dust of Srivas Ananga, and the remembrance of Mahaprabhu's many pastimes came all at once. Jiva became so moved by prem that the symptoms of prem in his body appeared to compete with one another. Then, just as Sri Jiva was getting up from the ground, he saw an astonishing sight. Sriman Mahaprabhu was dancing with his intimate devotees. My. He finally sees him. Balabha Nandana, Sri Jiva Goswami and the son of Balab, beheld the Maha Sankirtan and the extraordinary dancing of Sriman Mahaprabhu, who is situated in the midst of all the devotees. Sri Advaita Acharya and Sri Nityananda Prabhu were dancing, and Sri Gadadhar Pandit and Sri Haridas Thakur were dancing and also singing. Sri Sukalambra and hundreds of other devotees were dancing. Seeing all this, Sri Jiva Goswami was overwhelmed by prem, and guess what he did? Fell unconscious. When the visions of the pastime disappeared, Sri Jiva returned to consciousness. Now, nothing was pleasing to him. He continuously wept and said, "Alas, alas, why did I not take birth earlier? Alas, alas, it is not my fortune to obtain the bliss of Sriman Mahaprabhu's Sankirtan in a group of his intimate devotees. Sri Nityananda Prabhu's mercy is boundless and unlimited. Today, through the strength of his mercy, I became fortunate to have a momentary darshan of his pastimes. My desire is that I may reside in this Mayapur forever, because if so, my entanglement in this illusionary energy of Maya will be removed completely. Even the thought of leaving Mayapur is making my heart palpitate. Nevertheless, the master's order is more powerful than the servant's desire." Oof. Read that again. Nevertheless, the master's order is more powerful than the servant's desire. All right, Jiva, I hear you. Sri Nityananda Prabhu then took Sri Jiva to Sri Advaita Acharya's house, which is situated 10 danu, 20 meters north of Srivas Ananga. Sri Nityananda Prabhu said, "Jiva, see the residence of Sitanath, Sri Advaita. Here the Vaishnavas are always meeting. Sitanath used to sit here and worship Lord Sri Krishna. By loudly calling out to him, Sitanath brought my only treasure, Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu, to this earth. After rolling in the dust of that place, the four of them went to Sri Gadadhar Bhavana, the house of Sri Gadadhar, which was 5 danu, 10 meters east of Advaita Bhavana. From there, Sri Nityananda Prabhu showed Sri Jiva the residences of all Mahaprabhu's other associates. After visiting the houses of the Brahmanas, those four personalities blissfully walked along the bank of the Ganga. Sri Jiva then had darshan of the temple of Vridya Shiva, situated on the bank of the Ganga, on the border of Mayapur. Sri Nityananda Prabhu said, "O Jiva, this Vridya Shiva is the area protector, Kshetrapala of Mayapur. This is where Praudhamaya Shakti, Yogamaya, eternally resides. After Sriman Mahaprabhu's disappearance, the Ganga will rise by his desire and cover almost all of Mayapur with her waters. 100 years after that, she will again manifest Mayapur. After that time, only the land of Mayapur will manifest. No houses will remain. Thus that place will remain uninhabited for a long time. Again, when Sriman Mahaprabhu strongly desires, people will reside in Mayapur as before. All these ghats will again be manifest on the bank of the Ganga, and many devotees will come together to construct a huge temple for Sriman Mahaprabhu. One amazing temple will manifest there, wherein the daily worship of Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu will constantly increase. Praudhamaya, Yogamaya, and Vridya Shiva will return here and again serve the Dham according to Mahaprabhu's wish." Hearing this from Sri Nityananda Prabhu, Sri Jiva took hold of Sri Nityananda Prabhu's lotus feet with both his hands and said, "O Prabhu, you are the cause of manifestation of Antadev Sesha, your planetary portion. You expand yourself as the holy abode, Dham, and the holy name, Nam, and you are the shelter of the Supreme Lord's many forms, incarnations. Although you perform your activities according to Sriman Mahaprabhu's desire, nevertheless, you are the spiritual master of all living entities, and all potencies rest upon you. That person who differentiates differentiates between you and Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu is called a pasandali, pasandi, or heretic by the wise. You are omniscient and have descended to perform pastimes, yet there is a doubt in my heart. When the Ganga covers Mayapur, where will Shiva, Vrijashiva, and his energy go? O Lord, please explain this to me. Sri Nityananda Prabhu answered, O Jiva, listen to my words. On the high land that can be seen on the Ganga's western bank, there is a hillock named Paradanga, and there is a village of Brahmanas on it. North of that is the bank where River Jahnavi North of that is the bank of the river Jahnavi. Learned persons call this place Chenadanga. A town will be founded on this bank, and Shiva and his Shakti will reside there for some time. Who is able to describe the glory of this bank? The place of Ras is splendidly situated here on Jahnavi's bank. Although to material eyes it appears to be an ordinary sandy place, in reality it is the eternal Dham made of jewels, where transcendental pastimes are always taking place. Sri Mayapur is Sri Golok Mahavan, and Paradanga is said to be Chatikara. Here is the Ras Mandala of Vrindavan. In the future, Loudsir Sankirtan will take place here. Between Mayapur and Sri Pulina flows the river Bhagirathi, the Ganga. O greatly learned one, understand that all these places are within Gaura Dham. Any person who performs parikrama of this Dham, which measures 5 kroshas, attains the darshan of Mayapur and Sri Pulina. That person who on the day of Palguna Purnima, Gaur Purnima, circumambulates these 5 kroshas along with devotees will receive the eternal treasure, Krishna Prem. Haribo. So, that means we have to be there for Gaur Purnima. So when you do your Navadvip Parikrama, it is essential that you're there for Gaur Purnima. If you want Krishna Prem. I want some Krishna Prem. I don't know about y'all. I would like some Krishna Prem. Oh Jiva, listen to a confidential topic of mine. Sri Vishnupriya Devi worships a deity of Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu there in Paradanga. In the future, Brahmanas descending from the family of Sri Jagannath Mishra will take this deity to Satikara. When, after the appearance of Sriman Mahaprabhu, 400 years have passed, this deity will be worshipped at the highest standard. Keep all of these topics hidden for now and blissfully perform parikrama. Now they're going to Mahaprabhu Ghat. O best of the learned, see there is Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu's Ghat, 3 dhanushas, 6 meters north of Vrijashiva Ghat. Here Sri Gaurahari, on the pretense of performing childhood pastimes, played in the Ganga to his heart's content. Seeing the Yamuna's fortune of beholding Sri Krishna's pastime, Himadri Nandini Ganga performed severe austerities to take part in Sri Mahaprabhu's pastimes. Lord Sri Krishna bestowed his mercy upon her and appeared before her, Ganga Devi. He said, as Sri Gaurasundar, I will sport in your waters. The Lord of the 3 worlds, Sriman Mahaprabhu, performed pastimes here to fulfill Ganga's desires. Haribol. Fortunate living entities receive much happiness seeing those pastimes. Madhai Ghat. Everyone calls the Ghat that is situated 15 dhanushas, 30 meters north Madhai Ghat. And then you got Barakota Ghat. 5 dhanushas, or 10 meters north of Madhai Ghat, is the most beautiful Barakona Ghat. This Ghat attracts the minds of all persons in the town and is also called Nagariya Ghat. Vishvakarma constructed this ghat on the order of Sriman Mahaprabhu. O Jiva, see here. So Nityananda Prabhu is literally just taking him around, and so he's pointing at all the different places and telling him. So Jiva, see here, at this ghat are 5 Shiva temples, where 5 gleaming Shiva lingas are splendidly situated. The 4 aforementioned ghats enhance the splendor of Mayapur. By bathing at these ghats, all miseries are removed. The area east of Mayapur is known by everyone as Antardeep. Now, according to Sriman Mahaprabhu's supreme will, no one is residing at this place, and it will remain uninhabited like this for many more days. By the influence of time, people will again reside here, and this place will manifest as the glory of Nadia. Jiva, today you should stay here in Mayapur, and tomorrow I will take you to Simanta Nagra, Simantadeep. Now, Sri Jiva Goswami has some doubts. Let's see what they're about. So, hearing this, all these explanations from Sri Nityananda Prabhu, Sri Jiva Goswami said, Prabhu, a doubt has arisen in my mind. Please listen. When Ganga Devi again uncovers Mayapur, what signs will enable the devotees to clearly determine the hidden location of Yogapeeth? Please describe this in detail. Upon hearing these words of Sri Jiva, Sri Nityananda Prabhu responded with the words that were just like nectar. Oh, listen, O Jiva. When Ganga covers Mayapur, one corner of it will remain intact. Although many Yavans will reside there, this place will still be named Mayapur. 500 dhanushas, or 1,000 meters, southwest of the part that remains intact, a raised area will be seen that is always covered with grass. That very place is the residence of Jagannath Mishra. 5 dhanushas, or 10 meters from here, is the temple of Rijashiva. Devotees will ascertain these places according to this measurement. Here, a trench named Shiva Doab will be seen. This trench will indicate that earlier a river Ganga flowed there. In this way, according to Sri Mahaprabhu's desire, the devotees will reveal these lost places. Know this for certain, says Sri Nityananda Prabhu. 400 years after the appearance of Sriman Mahaprabhu, the attempt to recover the lost holy places will begin. Sri Jiva said, O Prabhu, now please explain to me the real reason for this place being named Antardeep. Antardeep is Lord Brahma's place of austerity. So Sri Nityananda Prabhu said, at the end of Dwapara Yuga, Brahma performed austerities here. Brahma performed austerities here, desiring to receive Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu's mercy. During Sri Krishna's pastimes, Brahma tried to delude Govinda by stealing the calves and cowherd boys. Seeing his own deceit defeated, the four-headed Brahma became very unhappy due to his offenses. After speaking many words of glorification, Brahma begged forgiveness at Sri Krishna's feet. And the Lord of Vrindavan, Sri Krishna, indeed forgave him, because why would he not? Then Brahma thought to himself, for me to think that I am the creator of the universe is most contemptible. This faulty understanding alone deprives me of Krishna Prem, and of relishing the ras of pastimes of Raj. If I had taken birth as a cowherd boy, I would have easily obtained service to Sri Krishna, the master of the gopis. I did not have that good fortune to relish the ras of those pastimes. But now I will not have any wicked mentality towards Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu. Saying this, Lord Brahma began to meditate and perform austerities in the very same Sri Antardeep. Some time later, Sri Gaurachandra mercifully appeared before the four-headed Brahma and said, O Brahma, being satisfied with your austerities, I have come to give you that boon which you are hankering for. When Brahma opened his eyes and saw Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu, he became unconscious and fell to the ground. The Lord put his foot on Brahma's head. Receiving transcendental knowledge, Brahma began to offer prayers. I am very low and wretched, he said. Being controlled by pride, I committed offenses at your lotus feet, and as a result, I am absorbed in mundane enjoyment. All scriptures declare that I, Brahma, Panchana, Shiva, and Indra, and all other demigods are your subjugated servants. It is not our fortune to become your pure servants. Therefore, Maya has covered us with your net of illusion. The first half of my life has passed, and now I am most anxious about how the second half will pass. My mind is disturbed by many difficulties because of being indifferent toward you. My only prayer at your lotus feet is that I may join you as your associate in your manifest pastimes. May I attain such a birth that my conceit of being Brahma, the creator, will be removed, that I may also remain with you, and that I may glorify you. Wow. Hearing Brahma's prayers, Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu said, so be it, and bestowed the boon upon him. Sriman Mahaprabhu said, during my manifest pastimes, you will take birth as Yavana's house. You will take birth in a Yavana's house. You will also think of yourself as low and fallen. Your name will be Haridas, and you will be free from all pride. Daily, 300,000 names of Hari will dance upon your tongue, and at the time of leaving this world, you will have darshan of me. Hari Bol. By virtue of this practice, at the end of the second half of your present birth, you will obtain the Sri Navadvip Dham and be absorbed in eternal ras. O Brahma, listen to these words from my heart. Do not reveal them here and there in different scriptures. Having taken the mood of a devotee, I will relish the ras of bhakti and manifest the supremely rare process of Sankirtan. I will drown in the ras of Raj with all the devotees who were present at that time of my other incarnations. My heart is controlled by Sri Radhika's prem. I will take her bhav and bodily luster and appear in this material world. Accepting her bhav, I will taste the happiness that Sri Radha experiences in serving me. From today itself, you will attain the position of being my disciple, and later as Haridas, you will always serve me. Saying this, Sriman Mahaprabhu disappeared, and Lord Brahma fell to the ground unconscious. Again, gaining consciousness, he restlessly began to call out, O Gauranga, O friend of the fallen, O you who are loving toward the devotees, when will I attain your lotus feet? Brahma wept like this for many days. Then he again returned to Brahmaloka to perform his duties as Brahma, as given by the Supreme Lord. This fallen, lowly, and insignificant Bhakti Vinod, whose desires is to attain the lotus feet of Sri Nityananda Prabhu and Sri Janavi Devi, is singing the glories of Nadia. Thus ends chapter 5, exactly at 11:30. Thank you, Srimati Shamarani Didi, for engaging me in such a service. I am happy to always read to such distinguished Vaishnavas such as yourselves, and please forgive me for all of my offenses that I may have incurred. Panchakapa Turuvista, Kripan Sadhu Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Hari Bol. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Tagora Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Nitai Gora Hari Bo, Nitai Gora Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Nitai Gora Hari Bo.